12 most common mistakes men make in bed with beautiful Ukrainian women. Most men mistakenly consider that they totally and fully satisfy their women in bed. But due to statistics and women's report, unfortunately, that's far from true. Men in bed are like sappers on the minefield. You can be mistaken just once, but blow up forever. But the main horror is not even in detonation, but in wounded man's ego, and as a result, complexes in the future, which none of men, I believe, doesn't need for sure. So, in order not to get disappointed after, you guys just need to know and not to do things which women absolutely dislike in bed or even hate. Are you ready to hear facts which you possibly are not ready for? If yes, stay with us and I'm going to open for you the door to the women's world and will tell you how your actions in bed can ruin your relationships. Besides, you'll get to know things which your woman definitely won't tell you because she's too shy or just doesn't want to offend you. So, guys, sit quiet, listen attentively, and get the list of mistakes which are common for practically all the men all over the world. So, don't say thanks to me. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet all of you guys today, and very thankful for everybody who joined me on this Saturday day. Okay, and please don't forget to make your likes for our episodes and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're still not our subscriber by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. That's, you are doing for better motivation for us and for bigger development. And of course, all this we are doing for you. Also, guys, don't forget our schedule. We are meeting with you and we are going live every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So the time is not changing. And I hope everybody already learned this schedule, okay? And I want to let you know that as far as today's topic is quite serious, big, and I would like to give you today more time for interaction, for your questions, and I think you want to get my answers, okay, as always. So next Saturday, we will do part 2 of today's topic because, guys, I was doing big job, big Q&A, and I see there are really lots of mistakes which I cannot tell you just in one live episode. So next Saturday, get ready to have another portion of men's mistake in bed. Okay, and I know these mistakes, they can really offend your woman and kill your sexual relationship with her. But you can apply this knowledge which you will get today just in your sexual life. So let's continue. Hello once again to everybody. Nice to meet you. Okay. They say human tends to make mistakes. The main thing is to accept mistake and to learn the lesson. But it's really hard for every man, and that's understandable, to accept their failures, especially in the intimate sphere. Men are ready to keep doing same wrong things, preferring not to discuss it even with their wives, whom they trust actually, right? But even small corrections can totally improve this quality of sexual relationship between partners. Many men think they know practically everything about what women want and like in bed, but unfortunately, those men are greatly mistaken. And if one lady likes specific sexual technique, let's say, that doesn't mean another one will also like the same things and actions. So to have more fun and pleasure in sex, it's always better to discuss with your woman what she really likes and what she doesn't. Because surprises in bed, are not your best friends until you know for sure how to please her fully. So let's discuss today some unpleasant facts about wrong men's behavior in bed. Okay, but I want you, first of all, to understand my aim correctly today. I'm not going to blame you or to point on your mistakes, but I want just to break some myths and some of your beliefs, which are far from real women's desires in sex. My main task is to give you two reliable and qualified one. The knowledge of these typical mistakes will make you more successful in bed, and you will be able to make your woman always happy in sex with you. So guys, though the topic is quite serious and really important, I don't want today any pressure and discomfort while discussion today. Okay, so let's agree to do it in more or less funny and light way in order not to create complexes at some too touchy men, okay, and for much easier digesting the information. So please accept this just today more as doctors or friends advice than some criticism of your sexual abilities or skills, because we are not going to discuss or compare sizes in centimeters today or any other biological men's features here. So take it easy, please, and just remember things which can unexpectedly spoil everything. Every modern and advanced woman now knows everything about touchy, sensitive, and fragile man's ego. So none of them really want to hurt you, especially if woman really loves you, respect, and really appreciate your relationships. Some of you will live all your life being blind and in full confidence that you know everything about woman's body, soul, feelings, and her reactions on specific stimulations, let's say, but you will never know why one day she can reject sex or just go away from you. That doesn't depend. It's one night stand sex or long-term relationship. Actually, no matter, okay? And then you can ask only yourself a question: what I did wrong? Everything was so fine and she looked quite glad and happy. But actually, very rare woman will confess you about your failures or her dislikes in bed. She can tell you this only when she's fully fed up, with some things she doesn't like in bed with you, but that's also not for sure. Some of them just prefer to keep silence, waiting until it maybe will be fixed somehow, or you will understand by yourself what you are doing wrong. That's typical for women. And you know that all women prefer you to understand why she's offended, just instead of her telling you what's going on actually. So women are always afraid to offend you, especially in the intimate sphere. That's, by the way, I think the greatest mistake of majority of women, thinking that really loving and attentive men should understand her immediately just by her face expression, or that you're able to read her thoughts. Well, all they expect you to be psychic, really. Woman can keep her mouth shut, and I think most of you know about this specific feature of most women, and she won't talk to you until you will get actually what you did wrong to her, instead of sitting with you normally in a calm place and calmly explain you her feelings and why she's so upset. That's unfortunately one of the main reasons of divorces and problems in sex. Sex is a combination of pleasures. It's always should be based on trust, respect, and safety, right? That's like basic background, but absolutely not. It's based not on a quantity of positions, duration, or centimeters. So I also heard from some women while doing my Q&A the unusual idea that with the really beloved man, sex is always great. Nothing really can irritate you, and some wrong things can be turned just into the joke. Yeah, well, this theory also has the right to exist, but anyway, I'm sure no matter how much you love the person, if he hurts you in bed or does something what is unpleasant for you, not only psychologically, but physically as well, you will dislike it. I guess the women who told me this idea just were happy to get the real match whose preferences and rhythms really luckily coincide. So, but what is really funny about this topic? While doing this Q&A among many women, I noticed, and I really was greatly surprised, even by myself, I can tell you, how same were practically all the answers of all women. That was even kind of anecdotic situation. Some of them added new other complaints, okay, different a little bit, which were not mentioned by others. But in general, when women answered me, their answers were like same copies. I laughed and asked, are you girls agreed between each other just to give me absolutely totally same answers? That was quite funny because really my personal dislikes are far away in my younger ages. So I had to dig a bit in my memories to remember my personal dislikes, okay? But at the same time, I was happy I choose this topic for discussion today, as I see that's they are not only my personal illusions and ideas, but real facts and real complaints from real live women whom I know even personally. The amount of negative reviews and information absolutely doesn't mean, of course, that you men only do wrong things all the time, right? And you are not professionals. No, I'm not talking about this. But still, there are lots of mistakes which some of you even don't suppose and don't expect to be mistakes. That's the problem. So you don't know you're doing something wrong, or you do it not intentionally. But at the end of the day, it happened and your woman is upset. But anyway, I hope we will change the situation here, and all of you by the end of our honest session will become real alpha males or machos. And guys, even if you don't like what I will tell you today, or you will think that's not true, that's your problems today, because I'm a woman and I know better. The things we will discuss with you today, I took not from internet or some fantasy story. All these complaints I got from real women, my friends, relatives, and some of them even from my own experience. So please, if you don't believe me or don't agree with me, or you are sure that such things cannot really irritate you woman in real life, leave this idea with you, because today it's totally my territory and I dominate here. So let's go. Be obedient, sit quiet, and follow my instructions. For those who need, you can make even notes. And guys, today we will be talking more about psychological mistakes. Okay, I mean, it will be regarding concerning sex, but not just specific mistakes about process. Okay, it's more about psychology today, psychology. But next time, I want to see your feedback, just a little bit to warm you up. Next time we will talk more about physiological mistakes. And I think that will be a little bit spicy for some of you. Okay, so mistake number one, guys: shower. Always take shower before sex. The fresh smell of men's sweat is great, of course, but not the smell which stinks, and smell of socks. Don't think she won't pay attention because she will be too passionate. No, she will for sure. And no matter how much she's turned on, it can kill all her desire to touch you and to kiss you. So especially when your body is sticky after hot working day. I hope no need to remind you also to wash your hands, because instead of getting pleasure, she will think more about where your hands were before and how dirty they are now. By the way, if someone doesn't know, guys, if you touch woman there with dirty hands, she may have very serious inflammation and real discomfort after. Believe me, she won't say thank you. Also, guys, nails always should be cut both on hands and legs. The matter is the culture is a bit different between our countries, okay? And I see Western and European men used to have uncut nails. They are clean, no doubt, yes, but in our culture that's unacceptable. Ukrainian women always will pay attention to the condition of nails, no matter if they are clean. Okay, so we don't like when man has nails more than 2-3 millimeters and even bigger. And of course, uncut nails won't be a good assistant while petting your woman. Believe me, maybe 1-2 times she can be patient, and after she will comment it for sure. But regarding shower, very important notice: don't run to shower right after the sex. Woman wants to spend some time with you after, to listen to your comments, some words of love, compliments, to cuddle, and to lie down on your chest. That's the best intimate moment practically for all the women, and we actually adore this moment. So stay at least 10-15 minutes with her, give her your attention, and only then go to take shower if you need. Okay, so hope that's understandable, guys. And if some of you, let's say you listen this advice now, or you listen these mistakes and you think, oh, only stupid men cannot take the shower before, okay, so that doesn't mean another people don't make these mistakes, because all these mistakes I collected just from women's reviews. So I just ask them and say, please, what the worst thing for you in sex? What irritates you the most of all? And then women start to one, two, three, four, So I collected really, really a big list of mistakes or unpleasant things for women in bed. Okay, so I divide them in a little bit like psychological and a little bit physiological. And I understood one time it won't be enough for us to discuss all of them. Second one, don't laugh, please, garlic kisses. So, kisses should be full of passion and tender, nice smell and pleasure, but for sure not of garlic smell. Or at least make her eat garlic too. And then the smell won't be felt so much by her. Okay, the best killer combination is garlic with alcohol. This dreadful mix will kill any desire of every passionate woman. No one woman would like to interact with a fire-breathing dragon. Okay, and guys, maybe you have some romantic dinner, so try to avoid these things. Okay, anyway, if she loves you, if everything is great, it's not pleasant to smell such things. And I want to mention one thing also. Of course, you never know when and where you will have sex. Sometimes it can be sudden and unexpected sex, okay? Maybe in the forest, maybe on the balcony, maybe in the car, or whatever. Nobody knows, So, of course, in this time, you cannot take shower. That's understandable. Of course, okay, we are not talking about such cases. And it's not like you need to do specific procedure and plan your sex all the time. No, spontaneous sex is great. Okay, and Ukrainian women like that very much. But I mean, if you have conditions, so don't forget about such elementary basic things, okay? Because maybe even sometimes your technique is great. Your size is huge. Okay, maybe everything is full, but just some small thing can really spoil her attitude, or vice versa. Maybe you're not so big, maybe you're not like too strong, maybe you're too fast, maybe you're too slow, nobody knows. But if you don't do these simple mistakes, her attitude will be absolutely different. So women pay attention sometimes, even not on technique, on size, but on these small things: how you prepare for sex, how you behave, how you talk, how you move, how you sound, and how you smell. So these things are very important. But for some men, I know that's a little bit difficult to understand because we are too different. And mechanism of turning on by women and by men, they're absolutely different. And we will get back to this point a little bit later. I will explain. Maybe somebody still don't know. I am not sure. So number 3 mistake, guys, working TV. A really, really bad thing. The worst then, okay, let it be. It doesn't disturb me. Can be only, let it work. It doesn't distract me at all. Distract you from what? From woman you got into your bed? So first of all, woman always needs calm atmosphere to relax and to concentrate on her feelings. But working TV distracts her attention. Remember, man loves by eyes, but woman loves by ears. At these moments, she wants to hear your sound. Breathing, maybe some sexy or even dirty words, but for sure not TV news or some comments of football match comments. Yeah, some women maybe like sex in public place. That's also okay, but not always, right? If we are talking about long-term relationships, sometimes you will do it at home also, not only in some libraries or shops or airplane or train or whenever. But we are talking about normal, simple, regular sex right now, okay? So man gets usually excited by viewing his woman. And it's more simple mechanism. But as for woman, she gets excited in her mind. She always makes some fantasy or creates some sexy episode in her mind to get turned on. Maybe some of you don't know this, so here is a hint. And the second point, when there is a sex with working TV, the woman gets the feeling she's not necessary, and the man just wants to satisfy only his physical needs, and just uses her. Even if yes, okay, that should be, has right to exist. Even if now you really feel just demand of physical release and you're not ready to really deep emotional contact, don't let her feel it. Because the more often you will do like this, the worse her reactions and attitude will be during the sex in future. So, and at the end of the day, you can have better sex with a log than with your woman, or you won't feel any difference. Okay. The next one is porn idols. Well, let's say you saw in the movie for adults where the woman can be flexible like a snake or doing some tricks like a professional acrobat, or she screams like an alarm, demonstrating how much she likes the sex and the whole process. All these some men try to practice and to realize it in reality with a simple woman, forgetting about cinema techniques and that not all earthlings can throw a leg behind the ear. So don't forget, for this entire artificial passion, woman or man gets big money. They make dozens of takes and even get some medication to have this everlasting erection. So please don't compare you and your woman with porn stars. If you want to try something, discuss it with your woman in advance and see her reaction first. Women usually don't like men to watch porn films because they are afraid of comparison, of competition. They understand, they realize women are always nicer there, more skinny, louder, more passionate, and more professional, okay? So she will she will either pretend in bed then or get just very frustrated because she doesn't coincide with your ideal image, and any woman won't like it. Okay. Number 5 mistakes, socks off. Always take them off. Always. I see not all, but great amount of women consider this as disrespect, like you are in a rush and you don't want to waste your time before or after sex to put them on again. It's like you're not deeply involved in the process. And woman thinks if you don't want to waste your time just on for fully getting undressed, that means you're not able to give her other serious things in life. And anyway, let's admit, guys, you look really funny and strange being absolutely naked with erection and still being in socks. Just try to imagine this picture and you will laugh also. So don't forget to take off your socks. Okay. Number 6, very interesting point. Well, how do you like, or even more idiotic question, which some men ask in the middle of the process. Are you okay? Do you feel good when I do like this? Sorry, guys, but that's the king of the questions, king of the kings. This question may kill all good things you did for her before. We women hate it, and one more time hate it. Just after sex, some men ask, how it was or how do you like it? This question is the most hated one by all women. Usually the very first sex is passionate, usually, right? But not fully perfect technically, because people don't know each other well yet, and they don't know each other's preferences, likes, dislikes, okay? So usually we women consider that only non-confident men asks this silly question, for which, by the way, you can never get the honest answer. I hope you don't want your woman consider you a loser who really doesn't know what he's doing right now and if the woman likes it. So remember, if you were good, but guys, really good, and she enjoyed sex with you, she will always tell you this or show in a way you will never confuse it with her non-satisfaction. But if not, if the sex wasn't so great, that's also fine. Don't make her lie to you. It can sound really stupid, but asking this question after sex, especially first sex, she may not want to meet you again. If you're a skilled man, you will see she likes your actions by her reactions, movements, and sounds. And I hope not like alarm screaming. Okay, so never, never, never ask this question. Number 7, reject to use protection. Everybody understand. Well, that's concerning more first dates and first sex. Our women, especially mature and experienced ones, prefer protected sex, and that's quite wise and reasonable. Some men, especially Turkish and Arabian, But no matter actually of what nationality, some of them prefer really unprotected sex because they feel much better. It's more pleasure, okay, without condoms. That's true and quite understandable. But anyway, protection is always number one. So let's say you know that tonight you will guaranteed have sex with your lady, or there is a chance at least, okay, to have it. Think about having protection in advance. Women like responsible and caring men. If she asks you if you have it with you and you will say no, or I prefer not to use it, there is a big chance you won't have sex with her at all, or she can agree. If she's stupid, of course, she will agree not to lose you, not to offend you, okay? But she will be stressed during the whole process because of danger to get some shitty stuff, okay? And if she insists on using it, use it. Because you never know, maybe she has something wrong with her health and she wants to protect you, but she's too shy to explain. We are not talking even about serious venereal diseases, okay, transferred diseases. Even simple inflammation or violation of female microflora can cause really big discomfort for you later on. And that's the last thing you want to get after sex, right? So be responsible and always have condoms with you, just in case. Who knows where, and then the luck will smile to you. Okay. Number 9, to rush her. Sometimes immature and not confident women are afraid to show you you're not being able to get satisfaction. So you remember last time we discussed with you on our live episode this topic. If younger girl can't get it, she will be upset and depressed. Some men give the woman hint also. If she cannot, it means she is frigid or cold. So immature girl will prefer to pretend instead of telling you how to please her. And I can tell you, a lot of girls told me that they hate to pretend. But why they pretend? Because they have some complexes and because you men make them pretending. Because you give them these hints. Okay, but mature and elder women, first of all, can get it much easier and in different ways, okay? But even if for some reasons she cannot right now, right today, she will not feel guilty. Moreover, if she can't get it in some way, but you really try, you do some efforts, okay? She can explain you what to do and how to make you get this desirable satisfaction without blaming you or being offended, because she knows you just need the time to know her body better. So that's natural process. And of course, to get satisfaction for men is much easier than for women. But both younger and elder women hate rush, especially when you rush her and if she cannot get it. So as fast as you want, be ready. The woman will start to be nervous. And you know, the more you try and the more you concentrate on getting something, the worse the process goes. So never rush the woman and don't show your impatience and displeasure, like you're not satisfied, like what's going on, something is wrong with you, or I'm doing something wrong, or something like this. Also, regarding these questions, we will get back later. If you see she cannot, just delicately ask what else you can do for her and in what way. And if she's open and she trusts you, she will show you the way. Okay? Number 10, only you. I hope in our modern society and among our viewers, there are less and less men who cares only about their own satisfaction and pleasure and who just use the woman as a device to have release. Anyway, there are still lots of complaints from women when they say men think only about himself and the woman's pleasure is just her own business. Unfortunately, such men still exist. Maybe will surprise you. If you are this type of man, you'd better buy that sex rubber doll, which is obviously will be cheaper for you and she's always ready to satisfy you. But actually, I don't want even to talk about this mistake because I believe men who do this way cannot be changed, neither by our live episodes with full instructions and advice, okay, nor by their women's complaints and offense. So these men just the way they are. That's their mindset, and the situation satisfies them completely. So I consider these men to be big egoists and they don't love actually their women because loving men, we women consider that loving man will always want to satisfy his woman first because it's a bit more complicated deal than to get his own satisfaction, right? Loving, caring man always will be happy to make his woman happy no matter what. And sometimes her satisfaction can be even more exciting for some men than his own. And I know this example. So hope you agree with it. And if the man behaves indifferently in bed, it means he will behave in such a way also in usual life. That's understandable. So see the difference between first sex and sex in long-term relationships. Not always woman can get her satisfaction on the first sex, just due to her being shy, maybe embarrassed, not knowing the man yet, his preferences. She worries how she looks, and if the man finds her sexy. But for the beginning, that's fine. Absolutely. Nothing even to worry about. First sex dates, they can be not perfect with some mistakes from both sides, and that's absolutely natural. But if you didn't even try, that she gets her satisfaction and you are busy just with yourself, that will be a big red flag for her. Believe me, a few times maybe she will look at you and if to see if this a normal regular behavior, and if yes, she will say you goodbye. But if you tried but she was too nervous and shy, maybe no one will complain, believe me. Hope you got my idea. Okay, and the next one, to be drunk when she's sober. I think you know this mistake also, but men oftenly do this. All women complain on it. All whom I asked. So the interesting fact about this mistake is that if the man and woman are both drunk, then great. If they were together somewhere and drunk and then get home and have sex, they both will like it unless they are totally drunk and not able even to understand what they're doing at all. At least it can be funny, anyway, and later people will remember this as a family anecdote. So that's absolutely normal. On the first meetings, by the way, this is quite common and normal situation because people shy and they need a little bit more confidence and bravery. So they try to get drunk, especially women, at least a little bit to relax. But if we are talking about long-term relationship or family, okay, women really don't like when the man comes back home late at night, being fully drunk and wants sex. All women hate it. All. They feel themselves only as a device and being used. Some men became also aggressive, and that is what most women hate as well, to have sex with a fully drunk, stinky, and aggressive man. So if you're drunk, stay away from your woman, desirably in another room. In the morning, you can continue, but women hate this combination. Okay, and number 12, too much light. Very rare woman likes too much light during the sex. They say they feel like a doctor. Some women, of course, wouldn't mind because they don't care or don't have any complexes. Maybe they are so beautiful and have perfect bodies, okay? In this case, that's maybe no problem. But in general, a regular woman will feel absolutely not comfortable. So nobody is talking about full darkness, okay, when you even cannot see each other. But I'm telling about intimate, dimmed light that you still can see her well, but she feels more hidden, more safe. Don't think, please, the woman who doesn't like too much light is full of complexes or doesn't like her own body. That's just in her nature, not to be open fully. And when every spot or some marks, some disadvantages of the body, maybe some stretches can be easily seen by you, that won't relax her, but gives her desire to get under some cover, like under the blanket, something like this. And none of women consider their bodies to be perfect. None. Maybe some very low percentage, especially when you bend her, or use some specific positions. So women always nervous about what do you think about her body at this moment. I was talking to all these women and practically all of them told me that if there is too much light, almost all of them think at this moment about how they look at this moment, not about how to get pleasure, how to please her man, how to be creative, to concentrate on her emotions. No, practically all of them think, oh my God, here I have extra kilograms, or my legs are not too skinny in this position. Oh my God. So you can never even imagine what kind of strange, awkward, specific thoughts women have in her mind while having sex when it's too much light. Okay, so please pay attention to this. Okay, for some people, or maybe when people get used to each other and the woman know 100% you adore her body and find her sexy, and that's absolutely good, so then maybe no problem. But in general, women like a little bit dimmed and intimate light. Okay, and statistic, by the way, claims that man doesn't care about her extra kilograms or some of body disadvantages at this moment, because he's fully concentrated just on the process, on his feelings. But still every woman wants to be the best for her man, and practically all of them will be shy in a place with too much light. Also, guys, if you like early morning sex, think about curtains from evening in advance, in order not to get refusal in the morning just due to the sun shining in your windows. Okay, so think about this before. So, well, guys, I guess enough for today. As for mistakes, they were not so tough, I hope, okay? Because I don't want to spoil the rest of your day, making you sitting and analyzing and trying to memorize all your mistakes from your past experience and some stories, maybe, funny stories that maybe you fail just because of being not aware. These things can really irritate and push away your woman. Women, by the way, also do a lot of bad mistakes in bed. A lot, and men has a lot of dislikes regarding this, but I think that won't be appropriate to discuss it here anyway, because all of you already know well that what you actually don't like in women's behavior in bed. Now, guys, I want to see all your questions. I'm ready to answer them all, and which, there is no taboo questions here, but please still be polite and well-mannered gentlemen, as you always have been here, and I really appreciate that. So the continuation of this topic we will have next Saturday, February 1st, and we will talk more about specifically physical mistakes, just regarding the process itself. Okay, so stay with us. Okay, let's see. I hope I won't have a lot of arguments and offense and whatever. So, hello everybody whom I didn't see from the beginning. Nice to see all of you. I see Hello, Voxholz, Louise. Nice to meet you. Louise, sorry, but this is too personal to talk on a live. Can be, I agree. But if you see, I do everything in a very delicate manner, in a polite manner. I'm trying to avoid specific words, okay? So I'm trying to make it more funny, more lightweight, but through the jokes, you will understand what you really can do to improve the situation. And the problem is, if you read about such mistakes in internet, that's one question. But if you hear this personally from a woman, and if you're ready to build relationship with a Ukrainian woman, I give you full and true information just from the mouths of Ukrainian women, not reading in some articles, but true facts. So I think you will appreciate that, and you will use maybe somebody don't know what he did wrong, and now when he hears some things, maybe he'll think, oh yes, last time with Natalia I left too much light. Maybe because of this, she was too shy, too stressed, and maybe because of this, she didn't like the sex. So the process didn't go so well. Okay, hope you got my question. Celso Vita, 2 lives to talk about your mistakes. Wow, we are just failure sex machines. Lol, 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 lol. The problem is that really two big mistakes, and I want to give them all to you, but as I told, my main goal is not to make you feel guilty or not to give you some complexes, but just to give you power of knowledge that next time with your woman you will know, okay, shower, okay, cut nails, okay, take off socks, okay, don't eat garlic, okay, don't run immediately to shower. I can tell you, the godmother of my smaller daughter, she told me about this shower. She hate this, and a lot of women told they hate. Then the woman turned on another side and sleep directly. But that's physiology of men. If you understand that, but unfortunately, not all the women understand that correctly, because women after sex, we are exchanging energy. Woman, if you notice, after sex, she's always full of energy. She has appetite, she wants to eat, majority of them, okay? She's not like ready to sleep immediately. What happens with men? Men always feel tired because he gave his energy, but woman took the energy. So that's in physiology. Unfortunately, not everybody understands this. So women always get offended when the man turned on another side and fall asleep immediately. And for women, it's very important to listen to your words after sex. I'm not telling you to lie, okay, or to say, oh my God, it was the best sex of my life, you are the best, you are so professional, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, after sex, women want to hear some encouraging, some compliments, that you share your emotions with her, maybe what you would like to change or to try next time. So women like to lie on your chest, to talk, maybe to smoke, whatever. Everybody has his own likes, okay, maybe to drink some coffee. But anyway, you're not failures machine, and this I am doing one more time, not to make you but to give you more success in your next relationship, or maybe in relationship you have now, or maybe better understanding what was wrong in your past relationship. Okay, just take a look. Already alpha. Perfect. Even serious topic, you can be funny. Yes, that's my specific feature, and even when something bad happens with me in my life, or something really tragic, or something like dramatic, I can make it always, when I explain it to my friends or to my relatives, I always make it in a funny way. So for me, it's not a problem to laugh at myself. If I look funny or awkward or strange, I can make a joke from this. That's not a problem. So I'm trying to give this energy to you, that nobody took this topic as a serious, like you guys making this and this wrong. So I think that's much better, okay, for better digesting the information. Mhm. Hello, hope you're doing well today. Yes. Yes, so hygiene sounds so basic, but lots of men. I'm not talking about Western men, okay? I'm talking about men in general. Like Ukrainian men always also can do, and that's main complaints. One of my friends, she told me that she hates. Not one, actually, many women told, but one specifically, I remember. She was so like furious, and she is married, she has her husband, they have great sex. But when he asks her during the sex, how are you? Do you like when I'm doing like this? She is gonna kill him. And when she was explaining me this mistake, okay, I saw even her face was changing. So she like became even like red, like, so she hates this. Really, like, women don't like this question. So never ask. Better, if you're not sure, ask after, like, in absolutely different way, but better not to ask. Women have this thing. If you ask, so you're not confident, maybe you're not sure if you're doing everything right and good, and if you really please the woman. So don't ask, even if you're not sure. Better to keep silence, and you will see by her reaction, okay? Good to know. Wait, nice music is great on sex. Not for everybody, by the way. Not for everybody. It depends also on the rhythm of the music. If it's too fast, automatically, it's like when you drive in the car. Scientifics make research if this like techno music or disco music loudly sound in the car, the driver start to drive more aggressively and more careless. Okay, that I notice even with myself. So automatically you start to move your body faster and faster and faster. But that's not always appropriate because you usually change the rhythm, right? During the process. But if the music is too romantic and too slow, oh my God, you can fall asleep even. So when it's like, but because rhythm is in your mind, you cannot listen fast music and move your body slowly. That's against your brain working, okay? So, and vice versa. So if you listen slow, you move fast. But if you can do maybe, okay, then I give you 10 points for that. Sex machine. Okay. Women in socks are sexy. Women in socks, yes, no complaints, especially if she has perfect body, sport body, sunburning, and white socks. Yes, that's a classic. I know this. That's great. Yes, but not men. Of course, sometimes you can be in socks. Of course, that's understandable as far as you don't have sex always in bed and in bedroom, right? So it can be some sudden or unexpected place like kitchen, balcony, bathroom, whatever. Sometimes you don't even need time to get ready for sex or to make your woman ready. So you just take off your trousers, just unzip your shirt, and that's it. Of course, you will be in socks. That's no problem. But I mean about if you regularly do this and if you are fully naked and in socks, that looks funny. Yes. Yeah, Volhox, absolutely. You're right. Should never ask how it was. It's like you're taking a survey for customer service. Absolutely right. Yes. To care about how women feels is terrible. No, that's not terrible. That's correct. To care, but not by questions. If you see, if it's first time, then it's even okay if she doesn't get her satisfaction. Lots of women will be okay for that because they know first time is always like specific, okay, full of passion, but technically not great, maybe because you don't know each other well. Reactions on some stimulations, body language, and all these things, okay. But anyway, mm, it depends how you ask. If you ask, how do you feel? Or do you like what I'm doing to you? That sounds not good. But if you try, and nothing happens with your woman, then you can ask delicately, like, what I can do more or in a what way, how I can please you. That's different form of question. By first question, you show that you're not sure what you're doing. By second question, you see something is going wrong and you want really to get the result. Okay, so that's constructive question. But anyway, for first sex, it's better not to ask. You will see. When you get used more to each other, people need time to adjust to each other. And everything will come in a time. But of course, if you're okay and open both, to have sexy chats, texting, messaging when you are at work and she's at home or maybe also at work. So in this way, you can get more information. If you ask via text messages, what do you like, what you don't like, what you prefer, what you don't prefer, like in a funny way. So from these messaging, you can get more information and it will make also you both more passionate, especially if you're online chatting, and that can help a lot, really. William. Oh my God, it's jumped. Oh. Yes, Celso. Celso, absolutely correct. When you do good, girl always will let you know. That's absolutely. You will never confuse this feeling, right? William Böll, howdy Vita. You haven't aged at all this past year. You're a sexy mother. Thanks. I'm trying to be. I hope to make fun for you like few more years until all of you will get married, okay? And will send me reports like sexual life is fine, marriage is fine, kids fine, everything is good. Okay. Mhm. Ukrainian ladies can marry Africans. Ukrainian ladies can marry any religion, any nationality. That depends just between both of you. Mhm. James, I see your question. For the first time, I would not recommend. For the first. If you perform, that can be fine, but not all women like, by the way. Not all women. There are some specific examples of women who don't like. And you can try. Why not? And then you will see the reaction. If everything goes okay, so why not? But by this, you will show also your woman that you are ready for such things. You're ready for mutual process. You're not taking care only about you. Yes, why not? Mm-hmm. Vauxhall, good thing I never drink. I hate alcohol. But your woman may want alcohol on the few first dates just to get relaxed, to look more sexy for you. Hmm. What do women think and say about G spot, and what percent like men shaved private parts? G spot, actually, that specifically because not every woman, actually, we don't care. The women I asked, they don't care. You just need to know specific places, and not all these specific places just around this G spot. Okay. uh, some women can get satisfaction just from touches of the breast. Some can be like very sexy just even when she reads some sexy messages. You never know. It depends on temper. But I think that's too much stories about this G spot. Actually, women don't so much crazy and thinking about this place. Okay, but regarding shaving private parts, very good question. Really great. Maybe older women, like more than 50, older than 50, okay, they're not so, maybe it will look strange for them, but younger generation, yes, should be, and that's great. And that's great. Much more pleasant, yes. So if yes, I think a lot of all women will appreciate that. So good question also. Mhm. Vita, lights on. Yes, but I'm not nude, so that's why I feel confident today, okay? I'm not in bikini. So if I would sit here in bikini, I will make lights off so you can see just the shape of me. But yes, I no need to hide today, so a lot of lights, just my good assistance, okay? Mhm. Rocky, men's like oral sex a lot. Does Ukrainian okay with that? Yes, majority of them. Yes, they find it absolutely normal, adequate. But regarding oral sex, should be mutual, because some Ukrainian men want to get it for them, but don't want to make it for women. In this case, women will be offended because that's not fair. So if you like it for you, do the pleasure for your woman as well. But actually, that's absolutely normal thing in Ukraine. But of course, some women don't like some. I don't know the percentage. I think that percentage is quite low, but in general, yes, absolutely nothing special in this. You don't need to give her a new iPhone or min call just to get it once a year for New Year. So, okay. Uh-huh. Is it normal for Ukraine tradition that men pay for taxi and restaurant bills on every day? Yes, that's not normal. That should be only like this. If you make your woman pay the bill, or if you don't pay taxi or ask her to share the bill, that will be your last date, believe me. Unless she is too progressive, too feminist, too big feminist, maybe lived many years abroad and just get used to this. Okay. So in this way, yes. Maybe, but that's exception than a rule. As a rule, you pay for everything. Okay. Mhm. Some part very very specific question regarding prostitutes. Even don't want to answer this. You heard. You know what we are telling in these cases. On the fence, it's also written. So when you walk inside the yards here, you can see a lot of curse, a lot of strange things and phrases on the fences. People just make graffiti. So we say it's also written on the fence. So you heard. Okay, 25%. Fourth part of Ukraine is prostitutes. Oh my God. I don't know where all the rest normal women. Yeah. Vox Hawks. From what you say, I think better to have sex in the dark with no lights if it helps her worry less. For the first time, maybe even yes, until she get used to you. And but it depends on women's body. Okay, how she feels. If she is not so nice, okay, but you just love her, and if she feels her body is not perfect, she would like also to hide herself very often, okay, she won't have, but dimmed light is okay. For the first time, yes, would be nice. So but it's up to you. But full darkness is also not so bad sometimes. So it's like a surprise, you never know where you go. Okay. And mm, the main part regarding full darkness, it's that in the room just two of you and your woman. But if there is more than two people, can be great surprise in full darkness. So take care. You- be sure that nobody else in the room at this moment. Okay, guys, I have 5 minutes for you more. So for now, maybe stop asking the questions because I want to see. Jade, you're looking too good today, Vita. Too good to be true, or too good to be live, or too good to be real, or what? But thanks. I'm always trying to look nice for you guys. Um, Jerry, Vita, when and where is the best place and time to discuss with the woman ways for the man to give her a more satisfying experience? Um, Depends on how open is the woman. How open is the woman? For such women like me, that's not a problem. I can tell if I'm not satisfied even on the first date, okay? And I will show my this displeasure. But maybe I will keep silence, but my face expression will be quite obvious. So, but mm, it depends. As an advice, I always advise, try to practice sexy messaging with women. Try slowly, step by step. It can be like, it depends on the person. Some people meet each other, fall in love, and just got married in a week or two, and they have all their life happy. For some people, they need sometimes 5-10 years to get know each other, then they got married and then divorce unhappily because it turned out to be they still don't know each other well. So some surprises pops up. Okay, so regarding this topic, it, of course, not on the first date, but after first sex you can talk, but not like interviewing her. Okay, tell me, what do you like this time, or what you didn't like. So if something didn't went well with her satisfaction, you can always ask after, just laying down, like maybe slow talks, cuddling, hugging. Next time I would like to give you more pleasure, so maybe you will be so kind to explain me in what way I can do that for you, because your satisfaction is very important for me, and I would like this process to be mutual. If you talk in this way, even if she will be shy, she will be okay slowly to tell you, to give you a hint, to show you the way. Okay, you understand? Hmm. People are different. Yes. David, everything you say is true. Me and my Ukrainian girlfriend discuss very frankly because sex is her concern for long term. She wants to be sure we will be sexually compatible long term. But experiment, and when you try it in a real life, that will show a lot. But don't judge sex on the first time. Yeah, maybe some points, because every person has some specific criteria, like about women. Okay, this you don't like for sure, some specific sounds, some specific movements, or some whatever can be. But sometimes you see something and you say, oh no, oh my God, that was first and last time. That's it. But for some people, you understand that everything goes okay, but something is wrong just because too little time you're together. You don't know each other, but you have the feeling later on everything will be fine. So in this time, yeah, it's not like you need to write down the whole scenario, but maybe why not? If she's okay and open for this sexy messaging, that's great, and it will help you a lot, by the way. Yes, and for women in messaging, it's more easier to open because you don't see her face, her eyes. Okay, so she's like have protection. So easier to open the woman via text messages. Okay, not like face to face. Mhm. Mhm. Thanks, James. Yeah, I'm trying to be humorous. Okay, guys, to learn they're not losers, but in the process, in the journey to learn and mature as a man. I hope I didn't actually. Last question, probably. Okay, personally, I'm grateful to you. Why? Because all women have gaps and myths that must be changed or destroyed so we can advance and be really a happy man. Those men who are afraid of refuse to. I understand the meaning. Refuse or be open to learn. They are not losers, but in the process, in the journey to learn and mature as a man. I think that's a great chance for all of you to have this frank chatting, great conversation in a warm and nice, not official, not stressful atmosphere where really you can ask your questions. And you know always that you will get only honest answer, true answer, and not only from like a standard psychological point of view, but my own. And if some of you respect my point of view, so you will know I will never lie and I will give you true picture. No matter it's nice or it's pleasant to hear for you or that's not. So that's a great chance. And why not to give you such a real hint? Because if you ask your woman, what you don't like when we have sex, she will be afraid to offend you. So I think that's great. Okay, guys, for today, that's it. That's all. Okay, I'm waiting all of you next Saturday, February 1st, and we will continue this topic about more specific physiological things, maybe. Okay, so get ready. Hope I didn't offend nobody and nobody will have unpleasant feeling after this live episode. Moreover, you will be more positive, okay? And now you know maybe something more interesting for you. Don't forget to give me your likes under this video because I was really trying hard to make this information interesting. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen and also notification bell button in order not to miss our next exciting live episodes. And I'm waiting all of you next Saturday. Also, I wish all of you nice weekends. Okay. Think about some sexy, nice girls. If you have someone next to you or maybe who is waiting for you in Ukraine, that's a great chance to be more encouraged today and to start maybe some sexy messaging from now on and then share with us your experience, how it goes. Okay. Love all of you. Wish you nice time and see you next Saturday. Bye bye.